my head, even though my hair looked cute. I just fucking knew. I just knew. I just knew. Like, I tried to upload like a channel message for y'all, and it wasn't uploading. So now I gotta do it live. Is this the theme now? This is what we doing every time y'all want me to upload or whomever the project they don't want me to upload. I should just do lives now. Cool. Get up in here. Get up in there. Hold up. Let me text my nigga. Let me text my nigga. Ah, all right, all right. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Get up in here. Oh. I'm just waiting to do this message so then I mean, coming in here, don't come up in here, it's still gonna be uploaded. Don't give a fuck. Before I used to give a fuck whether I was getting views and stuff like that on here. I does not give a fuck because I'm supposed to. So YouTube don't get caught up in no bullshit. Like, don't give a fuck. Really don't give a fuck. Anyways, channel messages. This is what you need now. Someone who tried to give you false advice and or false. There, as soon as I start the messages. Hi, Western. I'm not from the West. I'm from the North. McIntyre. What up? Hi. You're McIntyre. Elizabeth McIntyre. All right. Isn't that the name of like them books in schools? You got money. My cash app is $Jess X time JES. Why am I whispering? $JESSXTIME. You're a missionary? Great. I need to be put in missionary position. Not by you though. Anywho, channel messages. This is what you need to know. Someone who tried to give you false advice or a false prediction has not been attacked. This could be a sister zodiac sign or in law. You might overhear a conversation about this at your place of work. Someone you was trying to help previously is now going through hard times. Ironically, because they are your enemy and wanted whatever is happening to them to happen to you. Hashtag psych. Channel songs in regards to this message. Migos, Hannah Montana. Since it's a live message, I guess I can interpret more into this message. So, has anybody else seen what's been going on with the Migos? This not even the SNR message. Have y'all been seeing what's going on? This shit, like, real talk, I'm gonna just speak freely. Confirmation. I'm gonna just speak freely because I've been seeing it. I peeped the shit. I just didn't care enough. It's because of like what previously happened. If you know, you know. You don't. I'm not reiterating. But anywho's, Cardi B came into the Migos' life and fucked them up. Santiago, if you don't got money, just say that. Cam, Cam, Elo, or whatever the case may be, like, use context clues in regards to the question you're asking me. I probably wouldn't give you that information because you don't even have a picture on your profile. Who knows who the fuck you are? Why are you asking about kids in a public platform that on my page, on my channel, where you don't see? Okay, Santiago has confirmed in the comment section. Santiago 001 slash him X8V has confirmed that they don't got no money. All right, if it ain't money, money time around. Anyway, so Cardi B literally came into the Migos' lives and like fucked them up. Now, I'm not trying to go too much into it because I understand like especially since that Iceman project came out. I now understand like when you just don't give a fuck no more about certain shit, especially in regards to people who dibble and dabble in divination and shit that's not divination for real. Because they be wanting to energy harvest. A lot of these artists energy harvest. It's the truth. Cam Kamogelo, not the nigga who's who got money, who's actually a basketball player and artist. RAMARUPE said they don't give a fuck about kids. You have 500 in your bank account? Great, give it here. The fuck? I never said you was broke, Santiago, in the comment section. You said you was broke. You tried to come on here. Nobody really was asking nobody about money until you started saying you got money. That had nothing to do with what I was talking about just now. I understand you're trying to delay the message, but it's alright. You won't get got for that. After currently listening, argue in the comment section. Gentry Bennett. Alright, you got the name of a witch. You got the name of a witch and can't do makeup. Congratulations. What did anybody in here gain from that? But thanks for coming to my channel. Anywho's. So like I was saying, so we all know, if you don't know, Cardi B, when I first started American Heritage Society, Cardi B came some way, somehow, for whatever reason. Like our boroughs are not that, our cities or our towns, our states are not that far away from each other. You see what's going on in New York right now. Anywho's, or the other day, or what the fuck. She came in contact with my page when I was making American Heritage Society. All of a sudden, she wanted to be a psychic. She not doing that shit publicly anymore. We see how that shit played out. I'm speaking of kids, not to talk about nobody kids, beautiful children, but back to back to back with an ancient ass nigga. Stop playing. I can say what I said because if you go on my page, there's content talking about what the fuck I'm talking about. Long story short, I say all this to say, we all know now that Cardi B does like Santeria or some bullshit. I'm not saying Santeria is necessarily all the way bad, just the intent of the person who's doing it. Not because knowing that she's into spiritual work and you see, like, I mean, she got the money, she doing what she's supposed to do in her career. I'm not no hater, but her love life been going to shit. So that tells you what the fuck is going on behind the scenes. Her relationship, what she was going through in that and still is, tells you how the fuck the spell work she was doing backfired on her. Anywho's, I say all this to say because it's not necessarily about Cardi B. She came into the Migos life. Mind you, Cardi B by herself never needed Offset to do what she's doing now. And obviously, we know that to be true because even when she was separated from that man, she was still doing what she was doing in regards to her career. So she never needed to come into that nigga life. I don't know what the fuck that nigga was doing before she came to life. You know, that it probably was karma. It probably was karma. But anyways, Cardi came into one nigga life who was a trio. Wasn't bad enough that this nigga was publicly deemed a cheater. And then, like, yeah, people felt some type of way about it. But then, people also didn't give a fuck because, like, they just cared about the music. But that's where divine intervention came into play. And shit just started going interesting for them. The first topic we knew about with the Migos was that nigga saying he wasn't left off bad and bougie. And niggas was making so much fun of him saying that. Niggas was like, you're tripping, this and that. See, look what the fuck happened. He wasn't tripping. Niggas who was joking about this shit was not tripping when that nigga from the Migos previously was talking about, I wasn't left off bad and bougie. That was the indicator right there and then that the niggas around you ain't shit. Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana. I'm pretty sure that song is talking about drugs or something like that. Mind you, I don't take hard drugs, so that's significant. Oh, speaking of hard drugs, y'all heard what happened to the Kardashians? Or one of them at least? Bitch. When I say like God is literally showing us natural phenomenons, shit happen to certain celebrities right now because they've been in the background doing bullshit. Confirmation. I'm here for it. Like I'm here for it. Like to view it, not to be a part of it. Anyways, Cardi B came into the Migos life. The person who was supposedly most of the talent of the group, but was real chill about it. I'm not looking for bad bougie. That's what he said, and then they really took him out. And it was like, and you know what's the interesting thing? It's the consumers, the supporters of their music that was calling everything out. The bad and bougie thing happened. They was like, they did leave you off bad and bougie, this and the third. Niggas was actually trying to tell him. So something about like heed, warning, no pun intended. When somebody tell you something, and it's not just like more than one person tell you something, and they've been doing shit longer than you, successfully, to a certain extent, like you don't gotta agree with them, but you just listen in because see what happened to that nigga off of Migos. Like he really got taken out. Like, he said I ain't get taken off bad and bougie. They really took him out. The supporters and the fans of the Migos was doing conspiracy theories. Niggas still ain't believe it. Now it's 2026. The group had broke up. They went individual solo. The nigga with Cardi B life been going to shit darn near. And then the last person out the group who became like the lead in the consumer's eyes and the supporters' eyes of that group, his relationship started going to shit. The girl he was with, Sweetie, Swati, whatever you want to call it, no shade, very, very attractive young lady. She left that abusive relationship and she really just chilling, looking cute. She realized she don't really gotta do music like that. Took that shit and ran with it. When God put you in a certain position to excel, to do good, and you don't gotta work that hard, take that shit and run, bitch. That's what I would do. Now, if I was in that situation, but I'm not asking to be in that situation. But it always make things easy for me, God. Anywho's. But when the lead singer Quavo, or whatever his name is, when became the lead singer and then went to be a solo artist, Offset was going through his relationship shit. Then the other member was unalive. Quavo went through his relationship shit, got embarrassed. And just for us to find out that this nigga set this nigga up, him or Offset, I don't really know. Huh? Double live. There could have been somebody that was around you. It's not giving Gemini, but it's giving like hidden intentions. Something about Scorpio. Someone wanted to act like they was cool with you and they wasn't cool with you, bitch. Don't wait till too late. I feel my life. Hashtag, not hashtag. All right, next channel song, Miley Cyrus, Decline. It's always gonna be an uphill battle. Always gonna want me. That word battle is very significant to me because all right. So I guess it correlates. So there was this nigga, right? I used to go to school with, and we never like spoke. We didn't have classes together for as long as we went to school. We went to school together for like maybe 6 to 10 years. Never spoke to this nigga for real. Never talked to him at all. And then After graduating, shit like that, sometime previously before, all of a sudden he wanted to talk to me. Then, but he was like, one thing I'll say about him, he was somewhat of a gentleman because he wasn't like, basically, I guess we heard through the grapevine how good this, no pun intended, this WAP is. Nigga was like, you know, was like trying to talk to me until like I actually, I was like, I wasn't really feeling that at first, but all right, let me see what he trying to do. He wanted to be sexually active. I'm like, no, I don't really know. I like in my mind, and it makes sense. Like, why do you want to be sexually active with me? You've seen me around for like what 10+ years previously, and you would never say nothing to me. And all of a sudden, you want sex? Like, are you dumb? So I politely declined the invitation, and he was a gentleman about it. He wasn't rude. He wasn't mean. And actually, after that situation, I had actually seen him somewhere in public, and it was like the walk of shame for him. I felt as though it was a scenario where it's something like, all right, a nigga or a female, take the message, could have heard through the grapevine, like how you perform sexually. I'll say that, and then they wanted to try it out for themselves, and because they were curious or some shit like that, and then the whole premise was for them to go get brownie points or feel like they was included in some shit, feel like they knew where other people was coming from that experienced you before, so they could be a part of the conversation, bitch. And obviously their intentions were off because that would have just been wasted time for you, and we all about intent.